everyone. This is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Principles of Marketing at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the Chapter 1 activities that I finished grading earlier this week. And then I'm going to tell you just a little bit about the semester project, kind of get you started on that. And then also I will cover or talk about the next set of activities for Chapters 2 and 3. All right, so the first thing is the introduce yourself discussion that we had the first week of class. I thought that went really well. I really enjoyed meeting everyone. Some of you I've had in class before, but there were some of you that I haven't had before, and I really enjoyed meeting you and learning a little bit more about each of you. And hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about each other as we work through the remainder of the discussions this semester. But like I said, I really appreciate everyone's input on that, everyone's participation and willingness to share information about themselves. So I thought that went very well, so I really appreciate that. The Chapter 1 activities, like I said, I did finish grading those earlier this week. If you haven't already gone in and looked at your grades for those activities and read the corresponding grading comments, go ahead and do that as soon as you can. Overall, most of you did extremely well on the Chapter 1 activities. I was very pleased overall. It's obvious most of you are putting the time and effort in. I really appreciate that. So keep up the good work on that. The Chapter 1 discussion that we had regarding the marketing activities of the Girl Scouts, I thought that went very well. It allowed us to kind of see how the marketing mix, that product, price, place, and promotion, also called the 4 Ps of marketing, how particular organizations actually go through those activities to market their particular organization and their goods. So I thought that went very well. I really appreciate everyone's participation on that. And I thought that went very well, just to kind of see how those concepts that we're learning about in the textbook, how they actually apply in a real world situation. So good job on that. The Chapter 1 test, I thought everybody looked like most of you did well on that. Just as a reminder though, those chapter tests are designed to prepare you for the midterm and final exams. And I'll actually be opening those tests later on in the semester for that purpose, for you to review for the midterm and final. And so just kind of keep that in mind. And also remember, you can take those chapter tests as many times as you want to up until the due date, and your highest grade on those is automatically recorded. So I just thought I'd remind you about that. All right, so that brings us to the activities page. Let's go to the activities page in my Ozarka. Right now we're on week 3 of the semester, and we've got the chapters 2 and 3 activities due by Saturday, February 3rd. So you've got just a few more days to be working on that. Hopefully you've already started working on those activities. If you haven't, I would encourage you to do so very soon. As you're working through those activities, if you have questions, anything I can help you with, just let me know and I'll be glad to help you. And so again, those chapters 2 and 3 activities are due by Saturday, February 3rd. All right, the other thing I want to point out today is the semester project, and you'll have to scroll down a little bit on the activities page to see it, but it's under week 15. It'll be due towards the end of the semester, and even though it's not due yet, it's called a semester project because it's going to take a good portion of the semester to work through and complete. And so I would encourage you to, if you haven't already looked at the semester project, opened it up and read the instructions for it, I would encourage you to do that as soon as possible because it's going to be important for you to go ahead and start thinking about what approach you're going to take to completing that project. You know, for the first thing you'll need to do is choose a company. And it's going to need to be a publicly traded company because that's the only type of company that you're going to be able to get specific information about their marketing efforts. Okay, private companies that are privately held, in other words, don't sell shares of stock on the open market. They don't have to. They're not required by law to share information about their activities, but publicly traded companies are. And so you're going to find a lot more information about publicly traded companies than you will if you try to choose a privately held company. So anyway, read through the instructions for the project and let me know if you have any questions about that. If you do have questions, I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have, or maybe help you in determining a company that you want to use as the basis of your project. But basically, the project, just in a nutshell, is going to involve you. Once you choose your company, you're going to do some research on that company and their marketing efforts. In other words, how they approach all the steps involved in developing a marketing plan, and then executing that plan, and then evaluating the effectiveness of that plan. And so just kind of keep that in mind. Just kind of get a start on that. Just at least start looking at it, and think of a company name that you want to use. And here in a few weeks, I will request that you send me the company name that you want to use as the basis of that project. Okay? All right? One more thing that I almost forgot about. Going back to week 3 on the chapters 2 and 3, chapter 2 deals with strategic planning, the strategic planning process used in marketing. And it's basically just going through and making sure that we plan out our marketing activities to be have a higher degree of probability that it's going to be successful and reach the target markets that we want, the segments of the market that we have defined in our plan. So just like anything else, when you plan things out, you're able to kind of see the vision that you want, what you want to do with your marketing efforts, and you're going to be able to evaluate whether you've actually been successful at doing that. All right? So strategic planning. And then chapter 3 covers ethics and social responsibility in marketing. And those are 2 key elements of marketing today, because it's not, you don't want to do something with your marketing efforts that are going to be seen as unethical or go against your social responsibility. Those are things that kind of create the image of your company. And so those are very important elements of marketing. So those are the topics that you're going to be looking at in chapters 2 and 3. So be working on those activities. Again, look at the instructions for the semester project. Let me know if you have questions. And that's all I have for you for today. So have a good rest of your week and weekend. And I will talk to you again sometime next week. Thank you.